Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Jacob Silva, who will fight on Fury FC 107, August 17th. Hello, Jacob. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Appreciate that, man. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for taking the invitation. And to be honest, you got another super tough challenge ahead of you. You will fight for the Fury title once again. You can be a champion one more time. So, if you can tell me how important this fight is for you, and what do you think about your opponent, Paris Moran?
So the guy Paris that I'm fighting, we've actually been knowing each other off and on throughout our whole careers. He's from Houston, also. So we've always seen each other. I've trained with him once. He's a cool kid. He's a great fighter. Uh, I've actually wanted this fight years ago, also, right? I wish this fight would have happened 5 years ago, maybe. But it's the time come now for us to fight. The belt, it's I wasn't expecting the belt, to be honest, because it's kind of late in my career. But I've been on a nice little win streak. My last two opponents, they've been tough guys. So I guess Eric thought, why not? Let's give it to Jacob. It's a great matchup. Also, we I'm not gonna say we're the same type of fighters, but he's really good. It's gonna be a tough fight for sure. So I'm looking forward to this fight. The title, it means a lot. Hopefully with this title, I could maybe get one more shot at the Contender Series. Maybe. I know I'm 37 years old. Uh, I don't know if they're even looking for that type of fighter who's past his. I'm not gonna say past his prime, but who's over 35. So you know, but it this also might be my last fight too. So I do have a lot on this fight.
And actually, I'm not sure if I'm correct, but I believe that it's your like 20th fight in Fury.
This will be my 25th, I think, 25th or 24th fight overall, but maybe my 21st fight, I think. So yeah,
So,
I've been fighting for a long time.
so it's actually cool because I think that Paris also got like definitely over 10, but I think that around 15 pro fights in Fury. And of course, you are one of the Hall of Famers of the organization. So I think that great matchup and the fight that needs to happen. And it's actually great that it will be a 5 rounder. And of course, for the title.
Yeah, I agree. So I know Paris defended the belt 2 or 3 times. I'm not too sure. I won the belt twice. Before I left to the Contender Series. So I mean, it's a good matchup. I think this is the first time ever for a Fury to have two ex champions fight. So and we all know that Fury, it's a great fight promotion. They produce a lot of UFC fighters, a lot of um maybe UFC champion. Depending on if my buddy Josh wins. In December. You know, uh, I mean, the promotion is great. But again, I'm looking forward to this fight against Paris.
And actually, you fought against who in Fury and overall in like regional scene and of course Contender Series. And if you can tell me in your opinion is the best performance of your career?
Um, I would say the best performance of my career so far was my Jeffrey Bias fight. I'm sorry, Jeffrey Molina fight. That fight was pretty up and down. That was the first Contender Series fight, and secondly, maybe a guy named Jose Acejas. That was a pretty good fight. That guy, he was a southpaw as well, tall. He walked forward. I picked him apart. That fight was good, but it would be between those two fights that I would say were my best fights.
And I think that it's kind of crazy that you can pick like many fights of your career because even this year you defeated undefeated prospect Justin Longoria, and you looked great in the process. And in the end, it helped you to get this fight. So it's just like proof that even you are if you are a little bit on the older side for a flyweight, you still can beat some really top prospects in the promotion.
Yeah, yeah, that guy Justin, he's a dog, man. He's really good. I think he was undefeated. He was undefeated as an amateur fighter, and then he was undefeated as a pro. I think he was on like a 11, 12 fight win streak, and when I fought him, I think he was 24. I maybe and a tough kid. He was just tough, but I think my experience was just too much for him. Uh, and I would think the fight was pretty easy. Yeah, I got caught a bit, but we're fighting. But that fight wasn't as tough as it probably should have been. Um, the CJ Vergara fight was crazy. That was a tough fight. I lost that fight, but that was a badass fight though.
And for this fight, do you where do you prepare? Where do you like train in this moment?
So right now I'm training at 4 Ounce Fight Club. It's in Houston, off of 1960 and Jones. Um, we have a lot of amazing fighters over there. So I do my MMA, boxing, kickboxing, everything over there. And then I do my strength and conditioning at a gym called Temple Construction. That's another gym that a lot of fighters go to get ready for the fights. So, but it's really just those two gyms that I currently go to. Besides, like a 24-hour fitness or something like that. Those are the real main gyms that I spend majority of my time at.
And in this training camp, did you do anything different from your previous training camps?
So, I haven't really done anything too different. Um, I don't really train for fighters. I just train to get better and like all aspects of fighting. So I don't really have like I do watch film, but I'm not training for this fighter. And again, Paris' last fight was January. We're gonna be fighting in August. That's almost 6 months of training. So I'm pretty sure Paris won't be the same fighter he was as he was in, 6 months ago. Just like, I probably won't be the same fighter as I was 6 months ago. Now my style might still be the same. His style might be the same, but his habits may have changed. My habits may have changed. So I don't really just plan on uh like I don't have like a strategy or anything. I just train to get better, and that's it.
And of course, you have 10 pro finishes, six knockouts, and four submissions. And for this fight, when you are thinking about it, what would be like perfect scenario?
Perfect scenario would probably be a first round knockout. I have I think four first round finishes. Um, 4 or 5. I'm not too sure, but probably first round knockout would be ideal. If that doesn't happen, maybe the fourth round. Probably. I think the fight would probably go the quite a while. Um, Only because he's pretty durable. He doesn't really get finished. Um, his 3 losses are finishes, right? But but the guys he fought, they were like really good too. Um, I have a lot of the decision losses. Um, I've been finished twice. Uh, uh, Sorry. I I've been finished twice. One by one by freaking head kick knockout, and the other one was by a CJ Vergara TKO. I did get a submission by JP Buys, but that was controversial. I wasn't really out, so I don't really get finished either. So either one of us gets knocked out or submitted in the first round, or the fight going 3 or 4 rounds. Maybe I hope it doesn't go 5. 5 is a long long time to fight.
Yes, yes, definitely. And of course, you fought against some of the best fighters possible. And if you are thinking about like a dream matchup, if you can fight against one fighter, but we are talking not about like title, but just like stylistically, who would you like to fight?
I would probably like to fight CJ Vergara again. That fight was fun. Not because I lost or anything like that, but just because our styles like really clicked. Like, he's a forward pressure fighter. I'm a forward pressure fighter. You know, he's are not looking to counter all the time. He wants to be first. I want to be first. Um, I think that would just be a great matchup. Um, Besides that, um, I don't really, maybe Ricky Torcios. I would like to fight him again. I know he's a 135er, right? But I fought him twice as amateur. We're 1-1. I think that trilogy would be good. We could probably fight at catch weight 130, maybe. He's bigger than me, so that fight probably won't happen again. But if it could, I would probably pick one of those two fights.
Definitely very good matchups. Okay, Jacob. So many thanks for the time and for conversation. I hope that it will be great fight in paper. Definitely it is because it's like top fighters from Fury, and I hope that with a win in this fight, you will get some another challenge, and who knows, maybe some even bigger opportunity will appear.
I sure hope so, man. Maybe I could get one last shot at a Contender Series or late. I mean, short notice UFC call. It probably won't happen, but if I win this fight, um, I'm gonna wait and see, what happens. If I do lose, this might be my last fight uh, of MMA. I might just quit. I say quit because I can't retire because I'm not getting paid, any money after fighting. So I don't like to say I'm going to retire from fighting because when you retire, you have money coming in from your previous job. And I won't. So I'll probably just, be done fighting. But, if I do win, I'm going to, wait around, see what happens. And, if nothing happens, then yeah, I'll probably just, hang it up as a champion. That'll be that.